this is David with Cartoon Fortress. Thank you so much for joining me on the channel today. I've got several titles to unbox with you today, and these come to us from Mill Creek Home Entertainment. The kind folks over there at Mill Creek are always doing great work. I'm always excited to see what they're coming out with, and these are some of their most recent releases. So we'll go ahead and jump right in and show you what we'll be unboxing today. So first we'll take a look at the Blu-rays that they have to offer. The first here is a Blu-ray and has a digital code offering as well. This has David Carradine and Daryl Hannah, and this is the White Crane Chronicles Kung Fu Killer Part 1 and 2. So a two-parter here, and their digital redemption services through Movie Spree. So again, we do get the digital code with this one, and this is a Region A release. Next up, we have an exciting double feature here. I'm a big fan of film noir, so I'm really excited about this one. This is a double feature. The first film has Richard Conte and Julia Adams, and that is Hollywood's Story. And the second has Arthur France and Beverly Garland in New Orleans Uncensored. Both of these are actually directed by William Castle, which is great. I've got a couple of William Castle box sets in my collection, so it'll be fun to have more of his films in the collection. Alright, and next up we have another double feature Blu-ray. Really great. These are two westerns with some really big hitting names here. We have the first film has Glenn Ford and Julia Adams, which Julia Adams is also in Hollywood Story. And that is The Man from the Alamo. And second, we have none other than Mr. High Noon himself, Gary Cooper, and Rita Hayworth in They Came to Cordura. So we get that double feature here, and yeah, really great offering. Next up, we have their continuation, the continuing coverage that Mill Creek has on the Ultraman series is just incredible. Fans of this show, which I know I've talked to in the comments before, there's a lot of people that are really excited about these releases, and I think these are a lot of fun, and I'm happy to continue covering these, and this is no exception. So this is the fifth of the original series. So this is Ultraman Ace, and this is there's two separate offerings. So there's the steelbook, which is what we have here, and then there's the standard box set version, which has an outer box, and then with a standard Blu-ray Amory case on the inside. We've covered some of those on this channel as well, so you can refer back and see what to expect if you get the different packaging to kind of see which direction you want to go. I personally prefer the steelbook editions on these, and I love that they have the slip cover for the steelbooks to help protect them on the shelf, and it's also meant it does have a utility. It helps keep the included book kind of combined with the steelbook, but I love the slip covers that they have on these as well. So Ultraman Ace, and this is number 5 in the classic series. Alright, moving over to DVDs. I'm really interested in this one. So this is DVD, plus it includes a digital HD code. So you do have the possibility of watching these in HD. This is 1619, Up from Slavery, a 14-part documentary series. Now this is not a short running time. This is 11 hours and 3 minutes. Very excited to watch this. I'm a huge fan of documentaries. I love to know about things. I love to learn, and really excited to dive into this. I'm not sure how many discs this is. I would expect at that runtime that we have a multi-disc set here, but I'm not sure. We'll have to see once we take a look inside. And then next up we have more documentaries. This is DVD plus digital. It doesn't make mention of digital HD, but it does include a digital copy, again through the Movie Spree service. And this is World War II Heroes 75th Anniversary Documentary Collection. So this has looks like five documentaries, and it comes in at a runtime of 5 hours and 14 minutes. So again, a substantial runtime, a lot to dive into here. So really excited to take a look at that. Next up here we have a war film, not a documentary, but a war film. This has David Arquette, Keith David, Lauren Hawley, Jonathan Isaacs, and Tom Skerritt, who I'm a big fan of. And this is called, and this is a Sean McNamara film. This is called Field of Lost Shoes, and is based off of a true story. So this comes in at a runtime of 1 hour and 36 minutes and has a rating of PG-13. Never heard of this. Definitely excited to watch it. And finally, we have something here that might be a little more lighthearted than war and slavery and things like that. But this is a fantasy film collection called Once Upon. And this has 10 movies. This is a DVD plus digital copy. And yeah, 10 movies coming in at 14 hours and 46 minutes. So if fantasy films are your thing, this might be a great pickup for you. A lot to look at here, and a lot of movies to watch. So that's the releases that Mill Creek sent out this month. So a lot to choose from. And again, I'm so impressed with the work that they do. Their library is not small. They've really put a lot of work into their releases, and I'm happy to continue to cover Mill Creek and what they're doing. So we'll go ahead and jump into these and unbox them so you can see what to expect if these are titles that you'd like to pick up. Okay, so here is our stack of movies and documentaries and everything we got going on here. So this is a large stack, so let's just go ahead and dive right in here. So first up we have the White Crane Chronicles Kung Fu Killer Part 1 and 2. So this is in just a standard Blu Ray Amaray case. Alright, so here is the back if you'd like to read up on what to expect here. So this has a total runtime of 3 hours and 5 minutes. We do get the digital code redemption sheet. And then the Blu-ray disc. So here is David Carradine on the cover here. Alright, so that's White Crane Chronicles. Let's see, let's put these over here. Alright, next up we have our Film Noir double feature. We have Hollywood Story and New Orleans Uncensored. Alright, so there's our cover. Here's the back. So first we're taking a look at Hollywood Story here with a runtime of 77 minutes. And that just beats out New Orleans Uncensored with a runtime of 76 minutes. Go ahead and read up on the synopsis on this film here. Alright, and then on the inside, each film here gets its own disc. So here we have Hollywood Story. And second here we have New Orleans Uncensored. Really excited to watch these. I'm always interested in expanding my film noir collection, so really exciting. Next up, we have our Western double feature. We have The Man from the Alamo and They Came to Cordura. All right, really great cover art and art style. I really like these painted covers. And jumping to the back here, first we'll take a look at The Man from the Alamo at 80 minutes. And then the second film, a significantly longer running time, They Came to Cordura, comes in at 124 minutes. And I should mention the first film here is directed by Bud Boddicker, and the second is directed by Robert Rosen. Bud Boddicker did a bunch of westerns. In fact, I've got a box set in my collection from Indicator that includes a bunch of films from Bud Boddicker called Five Tall Tales. Really great set if you're able to get your hands on it. I know that one has gone out of print, unfortunately. There's The Man from the Alamo. And second, They Came to Cordura. All right, next up, we get some more Ultraman here with Ultraman Ace in this great steelbook packaging. I'm really impressed with the packaging on these. Big fan of the steelbook presentation. The way that they do it is really great with the included book, and again the slipcover for the steelbook. If more steelbooks came with slipcovers like this, and not the big kind of full-on closures, I honestly might buy more steelbooks. The only issue with steelbooks is a lot of times with shipping and different places handling them, they get dented really easy. So that's another reason I haven't been a big fan of the steelbook format. But I know a lot of people are, a lot of collectors that are. I've got some close friends that definitely collect a lot of steelbooks, and I think that's great. I think they're very attractive looking, just kind of hard to maintain. But here's the cover here for Ultraman Ace, Ambassador from the Galactic Federation. And so again, this is series number 5 of the classic series. And here's the back. Let's give you an opportunity to read up here. Transform, Hero of Justice. All right, and then let's see if we can get some runtime here. We have approximate runtime of 20 hours and 9 minutes, and this is over 6 discs. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take the slipcover off there. Let's go ahead and take a look in the steelbook first. So yeah, just really, really nice. I mean, they feel really solid. Let's go ahead and take out the redemption code. Okay, so we do have some stacked discs here, which honestly I haven't seen any big, except for the fact that I can't take this disc off. The spindles are really high on these. I've had issues like this actually, but yeah, no issues. Well, until now. But these spindles on here are tall, and so it's there we go. Having a hard time getting that off there. All right, so there's disc 3. So if you go with the other edition, that's the nice thing, is that they have their own kind of their own button or peg that they sit on the flipper kind of trays. So there's disc number 2, yeah, and then disc number 1 here. I do love that each disc has its own character from the show. So we'll go ahead and try and get this one off here so we can try and show you the artwork behind there. All right, so this is disc 6. Disc 5. And finally disc 4 there. So 6 discs stacked. All right, so that's the steelbook. And then here we have, as they always do, we have these perfect bound little information and episode guides. These are super helpful. Not only do you get kind of an introduction to the series, but you get the episode guide. Well, here we have a hero, yeah, so the release and legacy, and then you get the hero profile, Ultraman Ace, character profiles, and then finally here we have the episode guide, and then we should have a kaiju guide in the back. Just, yeah, a full episode guide here with pictures and just really great. And then here we have yeah, the Ultraman Ace key kaiju, and then a larger kind of expanded kaiju guide here, and then key technology. So Ultraman Ace is definitely coming up aces here. Oops, did not get the book in there. All right, so there's Ultraman Ace, and again, that's part 5. And if you've been collecting, so there's 5 steelbooks currently available. I have a couple of those that I still need to get. I believe I still need 3 and 4, which would be Return of Ultraman and Ultra 7, I believe. Okay, so here is 1619, Up from Slavery. All right, so taking a look at the back here. A riveting portrait of the haunting history of slavery in America. Okay, so here is, again, the cover here. All right, so on the inside, we have 2 discs. So we're on a flipper style tray here. Here is the artwork on the first disc. And then the second disc here, Emancipation Road. Then it has a listing of what's on this disc. Let's actually go back to the first disc here and give you a closer look there. So that's what's on that disc. All right, moving on to our other documentary collection, we have World War II Heroes. So there's the cover, here's the back. So here's a listing of the 5 documentaries that are included that make up a runtime of 5 hours and 14 minutes. And on the inside here, we do get the redemption code. Here we have disc 1, what you can expect on there. And disc 2, the 3 docks on there. All right, so another great looking documentary collection. Next up we have Field of Lost Shoes. It's cool to see that Tom Skerritt is in this production. I'm a big fan of his all the way back to Alien. So based off on the true story, here's the synopsis on the film if you want to read up on that. And then this is 1 hour and 36 minutes. And we also get a digital code there, and then just, of course, the single disc here with the film on there. And finally, we have Once Upon, a fantasy film collection, 10 Enchanted Tales, DVD and digital. Let's get this open here. Not sure how many discs are gonna be in here. I can tell there's multiple. Let's see. So we do get a digital code for that one as well. And we do have stacked discs here. So let's start on the back. So we have the third disc here. The Little Unicorn, The Excalibur Kid, Dragon World, The Legend Continues, and The Secret Kingdom. And then on disc 2, we have Dazzle, The Sorcerer's Apprentice, and The Fairy King of AR. Or R, I'm not sure. Not sure on that one. And then finally here on, well actually this is the first disc, is The Magic Door, The Last Leprechaun, and Merlin the Return. And these are all from, looks like the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. All right, so that is Once Upon, the 10 film collection, Field of Lost Shoes, World War II Heroes, 1619, Up from Slavery, Ultraman Ace, our Westerns double feature, The Man from the Alamo and They Came from Cordura, our film noir double feature with Hollywood Story and New Orleans Uncensored, and finally White Crane Chronicles Kung Fu Killer Part 1 and 2. Alright everybody, thank you so much for coming by the channel today. I always appreciate you stopping by and watching. If you found this video helpful, or if this is the type of content that you'd like to see more of, I invite you to hit that subscribe button. We do a lot of unboxing videos on this channel. This type of thing is something you can expect on a regular basis. Usually we post about 2 videos per week. And as always, if you have any comments, be sure to drop them down below. If you have any comments on these movies or these releases from Mill Creek, or if you have any questions about the channel, I will do my best to get back to your comment. But let's definitely continue the conversation down below. And until next time, this is David signing off with Cartoon Fortress, and I hope you have an awesome day.